Alright, so once upon a time, when I was in the Paradox cafeteria in Muranov district in Warsaw, I have befriended a bartender there, and sometimes we used to talk. He is a second year biology student, and I was wondering what he's got in his head, so I posed some questions. And let me read the text that emerged from it. On ethical science, it was written on the 6th of June 2025 in Warsaw, Poland. So I once asked a student of biology, a bartender at the Paradox Cafe in the Muranov district, what is the most important thing in science? What do you think? He replied, curiosity. Then I asked again, apart from curiosity, what is it? He said, maybe passion. And what happens if you combine curiosity and passion and can do whatever you like? He thought for a while, but he didn't know. I continued. I believe the most important thing in science is ethos and ethics. The ethos of a humane scientist, the ethics of foresight. Where might your discoveries, technology, writings, experiments lead? Does it lead to human suffering? Does it provoke degeneration of humanitas, humaneness? Does it destroy lives or quite to the contrary? So it is with magic. An ethical magical scientist may discover anomalies, words first, dangerous worlds that may ruin whole societies, the fabric of human hearts, souls, and minds. Yet all the greater is his responsibility in sharing what may be dangerous when believed or revealed. He must guide himself, his vision, his narration. He must think and carve out everything with magnificent foresight and insight into what ifs. What if some people would develop such skills? Sometimes effective skills. What would it lead to? What if he has a political vision, religious vision, societal vision, technological vision? What if? Sure, at times he may fail and may turn into a tremendous bastard, but most of the time the light of philosophy commands such and such prerogatives. It is never to prove a point. Sometimes you need to destroy and deconstruct to build things anew. It is the giants who tear down old structures, religious, political, societal, paradigmatic. And if wise, they present new structures beforehand for the content of the world, of the noosphere, of the human minds, hearts, and souls to fill them splendidly, albeit in the inevitable birth pang of new worlds. I always ask myself, what if an inexperienced person, a naive person, a foolish person would believe me in what I see, the second sight, and all the adventures I had, and the experiences, anomalies that would be counted as science fiction or fantasy, perhaps, phantasmagorias of a psychotic mind? Well, first of all, they might do harm to themselves. If you are in a psychiatric hospital, you don't explain to a person diagnosed with schizophrenia that what he sees might be real. Because if he will be convinced, then he might go into awful trouble. Now, a magician that copes with anomalies, and the other side, and the spiritual intelligences and various anomalies, if he's used to it, if he adapts throughout years of strenuous pain and training, he survives and he knows how to shape himself and guide those things. No. My advice to everyone, no matter whether a magician or a person of humaneness, a scientist, is simple. It is the repetition of the ancient wisdom of the oracles of Apollo at Delphi by the Pythonesses. Everything in moderation, nothing in excess. Gnoti Sauton, know thyself, and the Epsilon, divinity within, divinity without. Yet even this needs to be mastered. How to know what is excess? What is moderation? It is the same as with right and wrong, good and evil. In the words of Emperor Julian, how to know how to derive the right, the good, without knowing what is evil. It is not to pursue bad things, but to recognize it, to counter it, and to derive splendid things thoroughly. It is that ethical, scientific, and magical education that enables us to discern deeds, motives, will, ends, and means that lead to one outcome or another. Of course, we cannot predict everything, but at least we tried. We may not always command it. Things may go awfully out of hand, like botched experiments, magical occult experiments, but nevertheless, rectitude is the ability, through perseverance, to return to the correct things. And as such, it is the making of a noble character. Thank you.